Can we start the discuss?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, my name is Naufal and my friend Jose. Today we will convey information about the chronology of the history of G30S PKI in Indonesia to people in different countries. Before starting, please introduce yourself.
My name is Varsha and I am from India.
Sorry if our English is not good. Okay,
No,
let's
it's
just
fine.
start for the historical chronology.
Okay. The G30S PKI or the September 30 movement launched by the Indonesian Communist Party or PKI become a bitter history for the Indonesian government at the time. This incident occurred on September 30, 66 years ago. The PKI is one of the oldest and largest parties in Indonesia. This party accommodates intellectuals, workers, and farmers. In the 1955 election, the PKI won 16.4% of the vote and took fourth place behind the PNI, Masyumi, and NU.
The tragedy of the G30S PKI, which took place on September 30, 1965, is a dark history of the Indonesian nation. Only lasts for one night, there are many details of the gripping event of this scope. Exactly in the early hours of October, the Cakrabirawa troops and Colonel Untung began their action by kidnapping 7 generals. Cakrabirawa troops moved from the airfield to South Jakarta. The 7 generals are Ahmad Yani, Haryono, and Major General Panjaitan, who was immediately killed in their respective homes, while General Suprapto, General Parman, and Major General Sutoyo were captured alive and then tortured and killed by the PKI.
One target for the PKI was the commander of the Indonesian Armed Force, General Nasution, escaped and was able to save himself when a group of Cakrabirawa troops surrounded his house with the fence of the Iraq embassy house next door. Then the bodies of the victim were put into an old well in Crocodile Pit area. At 7 o'clock WIB Radio Republik Indonesia broadcast a message from Untung Syamsuri, Commander Cakrabirawa, that the G30S PKI had success in taking over in several strategic locations in Jakarta and other military members. They start the movement was actually supported by the CAI, whose aim was to remove Sukarno from his position.
The operation to crush the G30S PKI began in the afternoon of 1 October 1965. The RRI Central Building and the telecommunication headquarters were reclaimed without bloodshed by the RPKID unit under Colonel Sarwo Edi Wibowo. The Parakujang 328 Siliwangi troops and assisted by a number of cavalry troops after it was discovered that the G30S PKI base was in the vicinity of Halim Perdana Kusuma. The troop headed straight for it. On 2 October, Halim Perdana Kusuma was attacked by an RPKID unit under the command of Colonel Sarwo Edi. Wibowo on the order of Major General Suharto. By 12 o'clock noon, the entire place had been successfully controlled by the TNI AD.
On Sunday, October 3, 1965, RPKAD troops led by Major C.I. Santoso success in controlling the Lubang Buaya area. After the search for 10 AD officer was intensive and on the instruction of Police Corporal Sukirman, who had been a prisoner of the G30S PKI but managed to escape. They received information that the army officer had been taken to Lubang Buaya. Because the area was investigated intensively. Finally, on October 3, 1965, the location of the kidnapped and murdered officer was found. The bodies of the officer were put into a well with a diameter of meters and a depth of about 12 meters, which became known as the Lubang Buaya well.
On 4 October, the excavation of the crocodile well was resumed, which was continued by the KKOAL Amphibious Force and witnessed by the interim leader of the Indonesian Army, Major General Suharto. The bodies of the officer, after being lifted from the old well, were seen to be physically damaged in such a way. This is a silent witness to the Indonesian people how cruel the tortures they experienced for the heroes of the revolution before their death.
On October 5, the bodies of the army officer were buried in the Kalibata Heroes Cemetery, which was previously buried at the army headquarters. Then on October 6, with a government decree, taken in the Dwi Kora cabinet session, the TNI AD officers were designated as revolutionary heroes. That's all the history of the G30S PKI. Thank you for those who you have helped us in completing our schoolwork.
Thank you for inviting me, and I got to know Indonesia better. Thank you.
That's all from us. And once again, thank you for those of you who want to help us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.